Have you ever felt like you had to keep it together for everyone else when you were actually really struggling yourself? What did that cost you? And were you trying to impress somebody or protect somebody?
Where I had to try and be strong for others. That's just a mentality I've always had though. It's that protector instinct. What did it cost me? Look, it didn't really cost me anything, but what it does is it does take a toll. And it's kind of letting go of that in my own time. Hidden away from others sometimes, where I'd be home at night and I'd be like, nah, this is just too much, and just let it go.
Well, I think the main reason people don't talk up is because they don't want to disturb anyone else. They don't want to give their problems to anyone else, and it can feel embarrassing to talk up, especially if it's the first time and you haven't really spoken up about your feelings before. It can be really daunting, and you don't want to disturb that person, even though that person would much rather you talk up to them. People naturally suppress their feelings. They don't talk about it, and at the end of the day it does build up and it ends up having more of a negative toll on you.
Yes, sometimes you're just trying to keep it together for everybody else. You know, you're a dad, you're a husband, you're at work, in your roles, for your teams that you work with, for all the things that you want to achieve. And at times you just drive yourself to push through. It comes at a big cost. It comes at a cost to my health and well-being. I eat too much when I'm stressed. I drink too much when I'm stressed. And that then creates another spiral of poor nutrition and not feeling very good in my body, and not feeling fit and well, and then that costs me further tiredness and causes a spiral. And that's something that pushing through strategy contributes to.
I think it, obviously as a dad, you want to keep it together when you come home, so you don't bring stresses home with you. So you try and shut off, but then, and especially with technology, it's so much harder because everyone's so available. So I think that I'm trying to think as like one collective whole, because obviously I have a business persona, and then I have a dad persona. And I think for me, I try to keep them very separate from each other. And I think sometimes that's really hard, because if my business persona is really struggling, I find it really hard to keep it together for my boys as a dad persona, because I'm maybe not as interactive. I'm not really like connecting with them. I'm more just quick answered, quick responses, because work has been stressed, so everything's about quick getting things done. So I think that would be the biggest, having to keep it together for them when I come home, not so much for work. I don't feel pressure about keeping it together for work, more keeping it together for me to be a dad.
I think when I was trying to keep it all together for everyone else, it wasn't to impress anyone or anything. It was more just scared of being vulnerable and letting people know that I was struggling.